Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. According to a report by Leonhi Zaobao, U.S. President Donald Trump has issued a stark warning to Iran, stating that peace negotiations will be immediately terminated if Iran begins charging transit fees or any other expenses to vessels navigating the Strait of Hormuz. The warning follows a joint announcement by Iran and Oman to study a co-management and pricing mechanism for the critical shipping lane. Trump emphasized on social media that Iran has assured the U.S. it is not currently demanding or collecting any such fees, but warned that negotiations would end if this information proves false. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio also criticized the plan during his visit to the UAE, asserting that the Strait of Hormuz is an international waterway where no nation has the right to levy transit fees. Meanwhile, Switzerland-mediated technical negotiations are scheduled to resume next week as both sides seek to lock in a final agreement. However, significant hurdles remain, with Iran declaring that international nuclear inspections are contingent on the U.S. lifting sanctions and reiterating its refusal to negotiate over its missile defense capabilities. According to a report by Tsingtao, Oman, and the International Maritime Organization, IMO, have announced the opening of a temporary shipping channel in the Strait of Hormuz. This initiative aims to gradually evacuate hundreds of merchant ships currently stranded in the Persian Gulf, which carry approximately 11,000 crew members. An IMO spokesperson confirmed on Wednesday that vessels have begun using the newly established routes, although specific details regarding the transited ships were not disclosed. Ship tracking data from the London Stock Exchange Group revealed that at least 2 dry bulk carriers and 1 cargo ship successfully passed through the strait within a 12-hour window. Additionally, at least 35 other commercial vessels are reportedly preparing to transit. The IMO is currently providing 2 main routes, a northern channel passing through Iranian waters and a southern channel aligned with Oman and U.S. coordinated waters. Under the coordination plan, Oman will guide vessels to designated waiting areas in international waters to ensure navigation safety and prevent overcrowding. The IMO has urged all vessels to wait for official instructions before proceeding. According to a report by the Liberty Times, Sweden is urging European Union member states to actively board and inspect Russian shadow fleet oil tankers operating in the Baltic Sea. Sweden's Foreign Minister, Maria Malmer Stenergaard, and Civil Defense Minister Carl Oskar Bolin have jointly reached out to the EU's High Representative for Foreign Affairs, Kaja Kallas, requesting a coordinated European effort to block Russia from bypassing sanctions. Investigations reveal that at least 262 shadow tankers have transported Russian oil through Baltic waters near Sweden this year alone. Since Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine in 2022, over 9,000 shipments, valued at over 3 trillion Swedish kroner, about 280 billion US dollars, have passed through the region. This revenue reportedly funds more than half of Russia's military expenditures. Sweden has already boarded and detained 5 suspicious vessels since March, including one with the Chinese captain arrested for holding forged documents. Because Russia has started using warships to protect these aging tankers, Swedish defense officials warn that Baltic maritime security has deteriorated, raising the risk of potential military confrontations. Sweden calls for immediate collective EU action to prevent further sanctions evasion and environmental hazards. According to Asahi Shimbun, Keiko Fujimori, the 51-year-old daughter of Peru's late former president Alberto Fujimori, is leading the country's presidential runoff election. On June 24th, Reuters reported that it has become mathematically impossible for her opponent to overturn her lead. With 99.86% of the votes counted, Fujimori secured 50.12% of the vote, while her rival, former Minister of Foreign Trade and Tourism Roberto Sanchez, stood at 49.88%. The current margin between the two candidates is approximately 43,000 votes, with fewer than 41,000 votes left uncounted, confirming that Sanchez cannot close the gap. Despite the projection, Sanchez's camp has refused to concede, alleging irregularities and fraud, particularly in overseas voting. Major Peruvian media outlets have chosen to remain cautious and have not officially declared a winner yet. The Election Commission is expected to release the final official results by mid-July, ahead of the presidential inauguration scheduled for July 28 night. According to CNBC, Amazon's autonomous vehicle division, Zoox, has unveiled a redesigned version of its custom-built, production-intended Robotaxi as it prepares to expand operations and launch its first paid commercial rides. The upgraded vehicle features several rider-focused enhancements, including higher-quality touchscreens, more comfortable seating and headrests, and clever interior modifications designed to help passengers avoid losing small items like keys and phones. Additionally, Zoox has enlarged and relocated its distinctive bidirectional reflectors to help pedestrians and law enforcement easily distinguish the front of the vehicle from the rear. These updates arrive as Zoox aims to narrow the gap with Alphabet's Waymo, which currently dominates the U.S. market. While Waymo handles over 500,000 weekly paid rides across 10 cities, Zoox service is currently limited to free public rides in Las Vegas, San Francisco, Miami, and Austin. To boost its commercial viability, Zoox is waiting for regulatory approval from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. To deploy up to 2,500 of its custom vehicles, which will soon begin large-scale production at its San Francisco Bay Area facility. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.